My name's Mark. I work for Smaller Earth. We offer about 50 programs around the world. One of those programs is working in summer camps in the USA. So, summer camps in the US, a bit of background on me. I went to camp for the first time 10 years ago in the States. I've worked there in a camp in America for 6 summers, and because of that, I've traveled the world. So, summer camps, they've been going for 150 years. About 12 million kids go to camp in the States every summer, and there are about 12,000 camps, so it's absolutely massive industry. Parents send their kids to camp for lots of different reasons. It's not, over here they think, you just get rid of your kids. Forget them, get rid of them for the summer. It's more than that. The kids get to grow up, they get to learn things like how to make friends, they get to learn lots of different skills, they learn lots of outdoor skills, learn how to teach sailing, how to climb, what are you guys interested in? What sports? Fantastic, yeah. So there's roles out there exactly for that, because that's what the kids are going to do. They get out of the city and they get into, the great woods, away from the normal life. Cool, so if you were to go out to camp, you could get yourself, so whatever awards you're after, whatever career development, you can get yourself 400 hours coaching experience over the summer. Bring that, put that in your logbooks, you're going to get the next awards very quickly. You get 1,500 hours contact time with kids, which is massive. So if you're looking at going into teaching or any other youth development, if you say, I've got 1,500 hours experience working with kids, that's huge, isn't it? It's a lot. See, it is, it's a lot. It's something as well, so say if you've worked out in the States in a summer camp, you can put that on your CV, and basically what you're saying is, all my mates work down the local pub, all my mates play for the football team, all my mates climb. You've said you've been to somewhere else in the world and had an international experience. You've taught kids from all over the world. So that's a big benefit for you to take from working in a summer camp. And these are different types of camps. There's loads of different types of camps. There are traditional camps, private camps, there are special needs camps, there are camps that work with people who are underprivileged, camps that will focus on competitive sport, camps that won't have any competitive sport in them whatsoever. There's loads of different types of camps. What else? Family camps, so the whole family will go. Traditionally it's just kids, but there are camps that cater just for families. Religious camps, Christian camps, Jewish camps, loads of different camps, hundreds of different types of camps. And as you apply, you'll say, I want to work at this type of camp, but not necessarily this type of camp as well. So here's the list. Some of the sports, with 12,000 camps in the US, let's say each camp has an average of 100 staff. You can see there's a phenomenal amount of, 12 million people are employed in the industry, so there's a huge range of different activities that are taught. There's some of them. But the list they'll go into, there'll be 700-800 different job titles or different jobs that are going out there. So there's a small idea. It's not just sports. We work with performing arts camps. You could work with camps for kids who, say kids are in the military, they have a respite, so they'll go and they'll work with people. It's not just sports. You could teach cookery. You could teach dance classes, all kinds of different stuff, academic, all kinds of nature, wilderness classes, loads and loads and loads of different types of jobs. These camps, all these different activities that they teach, they aren't necessarily looking for people who are qualified in these different industries. If you have lots of experience, or let's even different to that, if you're very enthusiastic and you're working with children in the States, or anywhere in the world, your enthusiasm for these kids, enthusiasm is by far number one. That's what we need. To work in a summer camp in the States, your enthusiasm is really important. Second to that is your experience, not necessarily qualifications, but your experience in different places. You can also, if you've got the enthusiasm, you're willing to learn, you can go and get lifeguarding certificates. Skills can be taught. We can teach you how to work in a pool as a lifeguard. That can be taught. Your enthusiasm is the most important. So if you're enthusiastic, you are a long way along the road to doing this, to taking on this opportunity. You live in a real close proximity to other people, so you'll be living in a cabin with, say, 4 other staff your age from all over the world, Americans, Kiwis, Germans, all over the world, and a load of kids. So you live in close proximity, so the people you get to know at camp, so let's say you go out there for 3 months, you can go out for 2-3 months, whatever. You'll spend every day with these people, you'll eat with them every day, you'll hang out on your time off as well. There's a few times that when I was, say, 10, 11, I was at home, so I was spending that much time with people at home. Since then, I've never spent so much time with a group of people. So these people from all over the world you get to know them really well. So I've got a mate Mark in Melbourne. I was out there last January. And we were going water skiing down the Murray River because we knew people from Australia. Meet people from Germany. We've got a guy who works for our company, met him out in the States, lives in Berlin. You get to see, you become a part of a global community by working at a summer camp. You get friends all over the world. So I work for Camp Leaders. There are lots of other agencies out there. Basically, to go out to the States, because the industry is so big and camp directors need qualified staff, they'll front your flight costs. So your costs in the UK are a lot smaller than lots of other projects because you're going out there to work, okay? So you get your flights, you get your accommodation, you get your food, you get your medical insurance, and it's a big package. And it's a great way to, well, there's a few good things that it's for. A few pigeons flying over, that's a bit random. It's good if you're after a package, if you want to go and have an international experience and you want a package that's straight there, everything's included. Your food, your absolutely everything you can imagine, your training, your medical insurance. It's brilliant to have that package with everything in there. And the other side of it is the people that you're going to meet and the experience. If you are into kayaking, you're going to get 400 hours coaching experience out there. You know, you're going to be able to kayak all day, every day. I teach sailing. That's my sport. Because I've been doing it over the past few years, I've got thousands of hours coaching experience being paid to be out in the lake. Okay? So that opens up lots of doors in the future. And on your CV as well. It's good for getting jobs in the future. It helps you stand out. Instead of saying, as we were saying before, I've been to university, I played for whatever club, and I work in the local pub. Everyone's done that. You come on a cultural exchange program, go to the other side of the world, suddenly it's something different that you've done. And there's two sides to that, equally as important to each other. It's doing whatever you're going to do. That's important. And then selling yourself after. So I've worked in the States, in charge of 20 staff. I've been responsible for living staff. I am responsible for the well-being of 200 kids while I'm out there. You know, there's two different sides to it. So those two, yeah, big side. Cool. You get to travel after as well. That's really important. I've done loads of traveling out in the States. 1 year, I flew everywhere. Went to about five, six different cities. Flew into, where did we go? Arizona. We flew to, been out to Boston. Jumped on the planes, been everywhere. 1 year, I got a week's bus pass for Greyhound. You can just get on there and go wherever you want within that time period. Saw Kansas City, saw Oklahoma, been out to Colorado. Another year, we bought a 15-seater van. We took about 10 of the seats out. We put a kitchen in there. We put a bed in there. We put curtains on it, and we just took off. We just pull out, middle of nowhere, absolute middle of nowhere. We'd pull over, get a little fire going. So when you finish out the summer camp, when you finish your contract, literally the gates open, and it's, where do you want to go? Do you want to go to Vegas? Do you want to go to Miami? Do you want to go up to Canada, Mexico, whatever you want? You can just go and do it. You can buy the van. You know, between 6 of us, we paid $1,000. Nothing. Or you can hire stuff as well. 1 year we got a car, we hired it from Minneapolis, and we drove straight down Route 66, and we finished in San Diego. We gave the car back there, and we flew out. The advantage of that, you know, if it breaks down, so what? You know, you call the guys, they come and fix it for you. So there's loads of different options for stuff that you want to do. You're going to meet people from right across the US, every single corner, because lots of the camps have been going for a long time. The industry's been going for 150 years. So you're going to meet people from every far-flung corner who are going to say, I'm at uni, I've just spent 3 months living in your pocket pretty much. Come and stay with me. I'll show you Kansas University. I'll show you whichever, you know. I'll show you New York. I'll show you absolutely anywhere. So there's loads of opportunities. It's all about doing it, getting involved, and opening doors for yourself, just indefinitely. Now, I did this 10 years ago, right? And I'm here today. So it's a long-term investment. You spend a summer, it's loads of fun, and you get benefits for years to come. So that's pretty cool. If you're interested in Camp Leaders, jump on our website, campleaders.com. We've also got a stage over there, but there are other options as well. So the best advice is to research what's important to you, what do you get in the UK. I talk really fast when I'm presenting, so sometimes I'm like, it's going to take 15 minutes, we're probably taking 7.5. But I've just written a book on it. I could talk for hours on this subject. If you've got a question, please, anyone with any question? Bit intimidating.
How hard is it to get a visa?
You don't need to worry about that at all. Basically, your application process, you get met outside the embassy. You have staff inside the embassy. We get all your visa paperwork from the States. You have to fulfill the criteria. You have to get a police check. You have to get references. You have to tick the boxes. But getting the visa, as a British citizen or European citizen, whatever, for an American visa, that's not an issue. So, yeah, you've got to stay, if you mess around, you've got to be out by, normally you've got to be out by the 21st of October on your visa. If you were to stay, then you're in trouble. You might get banned for 10 years, so don't do it. But, to get the visa, if you fulfill criteria, which a lot of us do, then it's not an issue. Prices start with us for £299, okay? Flights, accommodation, food, because the camp directors are fronting so much cost, okay? That's why. There's 3 things you have to pay for with any company. It doesn't matter which company you go for. You have to pay for your embassy appointment. You have to pay for your police check. And then sometimes you fill in a medical form because of insurance. The doctor will make you sign it. Cool. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you listening to me.